YouTube. This is Jeff, aka 11 Bronson, and today I'm going to give you the answers to all your questions that you send in for the Q&A. And then stick around. At the end of this, we're going to reveal the prizes for the 200 subs contest. It's going to be great prizes. Stick around for that. So first, a bunch of you guys sent in a bunch of questions. Let's start. The first YouTuber to ask a question was Leo, Geek Legion of Doom. Hi Leo, how's it going, buddy? He said, if you were making a gritty crime action film and cast 3 actors and 1 actress of your choice, living or dead, who would you cast? Yeah, that is a tough question because, of course, 2 years ago we had The Irishman, which in my opinion has the best cast in a mafia film or crime movie. You know, that movie we had Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, and Robert De Niro together. I don't think it can get better than that. But okay, let's do some fantasy casting. Al Pacino, of course, because he's my favorite actor. He's got to be in there. Joe Pesci, he's got to be in there. Yeah, of course, one can't. Yeah, De Niro's got to be in there, but I'm gonna pick somebody besides De Niro, and I'm gonna say Christopher Walken. I think Christopher Walken could be in there, and 1 actress. Which actress? Oh, maybe Margot Robbie, because I really liked her in The Wolf of Wall Street. She really did the New York accent very well in that movie. I think Margot Robbie, because yeah. And if we're talking black actresses, Pam Grier, from any period. All right. Thank you for the question, Leo. Hope that answers it. Next we had... yes, Eastwood for Life fan. Hi Carlos, how's it going, buddy? He says, well done for reaching 200 subs and more. Much deserved, my friend. I expect the channel to grow in time as your name will be more known out there in the community. Stay regular, have fun, and interact. Thanks for the shout out and your friendship as always. He says, of course, I'll enter your contest to show support. And he says, I have a question. Why do you collect physical media, the positives and negatives in collecting movies? Why do I collect physical media, aka, you know, Blu-rays, DVDs, and even, you know, soundtracks on CD, or even books for that matter? I don't know. There's something about just having it in hand instead of, with movies on streaming services like Netflix. Yeah, it's more convenient for sure, but I don't know. There's just something about having it in your collection, having a personal collection. Going out to your shelves, picking out the movie that you want to watch, putting it in the DVD player or Blu-ray player, and watching it. And there's also availability. I mean, I have tons of movies from all types of genres that you can't find on Netflix. You can't find on Amazon Prime or Hulu or Disney Plus or whatever. You just can't find it, and that's why physical media for me beats streaming any all day of the week. So. Negatives about I think streaming is slowly but surely taking over. I mean, I think physical media still has a future, but yeah, streaming is definitely it's getting big. You know, all these streaming services now. We got HBO Max and stuff like that coming, and they're definitely slowly but surely taking over. So I guess that would be it. But I still see a strong future in physical media for the time being. So. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. Thank you very much, Carlos, for that one. Okay, next we had Dag Films. Hi Mike, how's it going, buddy? He says, okay Jeff, what video companies do you look forward to each month with new videos? I assume you mean movies, Mike. Like Criterion, Warner, Archive, etc. I'm not a big label collector. For me, it's about the movie first and foremost. I don't care who released the movie, or which company has the name on the Blu-ray. But certainly the company I collect the most, because they have the movies that I'm really interested in. They are Arrow Video. I recently picked up 6 movies in a Arrow sale, the 2-for-1 sale, and comedy, horror movies, whatever. So I think Arrow Video. That's probably my favorite label or releasing company. So hope that answered it, Mike. Thank you very much for that question. Next we have Screen Stars. Hi Aaron, how's it going, buddy? He has one question for us as well. He says, congratulations on reaching 200 subs. Actually at 250 now. Well, actually at 279 right now. Anyway. Really pleased for you. My question is, which Charles Bronson and Clint Eastwood films or film would you like to see remade? Um, there has been a remake for Charles Bronson's Death Wish with Bruce Willis, so I would have said Death Wish for Bronson, but that's already happened. Maybe the Valachi Papers, the mob movie that Bronson did in the early 70s. I think that one was very underrated. I think if that was made today, it would be better received. But anyway, Clint Eastwood. I would love to see Clyde the Monkey again. I love them to do a remake of that. You know, Every Which Way But Loose. I think it could work. um, yeah, so I'm gonna say for Bronson, the Valachi Papers, and for Eastwood, Every Which Way But Loose, the Clyde, the orangutan movies. All right. So thank you very much for that question, Aaron. Next we have For the Love of 80s Movies, or For the Love of Movies. Hi Mark, how's it going? His question is, what was the first movie you ever bought? Well, that is a tough question. I've been collecting for well over 10 years now. Gotta be. I do remember the very first Blu-ray I ever bought. It was in 2011. It was the Blu-ray of Scarface when that came out. That was actually the reason I bought a Blu-ray player as well. Yeah, that movie came out 2011. It was in the summer, I remember. And I used to get, you know, pocket money from my mom and stuff. I would always, every week I would go to the store with my pocket money I got and go pick up a movie. That's how I started. And I remember picking up Scarface. That's the first Blu-ray I can remember. The first movie? Oh, probably, it was probably a James Bond movie. It's gotta be. Either that or Rocky. I do remember with my brother we played Fight Night, the video games Fight Night, and we were also into Rocky, and my brother went to pick up the Rocky movies, but I don't know which came first. I believe it was James Bond, but don't hold me on that. And which Bond movie? I haven't got a clue. There's 23 of them, 24, so. Anyway, hope that answers your question. Let's move on to the next one. Carlinio9. Carl, how's it going, my friend? He says, a massive congratulations on this achievement. Absolutely brilliant. I have a few questions. All right, so he has several for us. First question, where are you from? The Netherlands. Born and raised, and still living currently. Favorite movie of all time, and also who's your favorite actor? Well, probably answered that before, but favorite actor, Al Pacino. Favorite movie of all time, Scarface, 1983. He says, hope that's okay, and such a great idea on the Q&A. Keep up the fantastic work. Thank you so much for the kind words. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you as well, Carl. Let's move on to the next. Physical Media for Life, my good buddy Dan from the UK. How's it going? He says, hi Jeff, congratulations on the growth of the channel. It's very much overdue. As to me, your knowledge, passion, editing, and Arnie impressions, lol, makes your channel one of the very best. Excuse me. My questions to you. Alright, he has 3 questions. If you could remake one movie, what would it be? That is a tough one. I'm not a big fan of remakes in general, but sometimes I don't mind them, but yeah, that's a tough one. There's probably a movie I would really consider underrated, and I think if they made it today, it would be better received. It's the movie Simone with Al Pacino from 2002. That was about a digital actress and CGI actress, and nowadays I think that would work much better. I think that movie was ahead of its time, so if they remade that for today's audience, I think it would be better received. So I'm gonna go with that one. Just yeah, that's the one I can think of right now. I think that movie should really get a remake, especially now we're getting, you know, I heard there's a movie coming out with James Dean, who's been dead for 50 years or something. They're gonna CGI James Dean into a movie, so I think today it fits better. But anyway, second question: name 2 actors who have sadly passed away who you would love to have seen Quentin Tarantino direct. And he says Tarantino's my favorite director. Well, he's my second favorite director. But 2 actors who have sadly passed. Well, Charles Bronson, obviously, I think he would have been great in a Quentin Tarantino movie. I think it was even considered for Reservoir Dogs as one of the parts, but I believe I heard that somewhere. So Charles Bronson would be one, and another actor who has passed away. I don't know, we could go for Steve McQueen or Marlon Brando. Um, you know what? I'm gonna go with Marlon Brando. You know, The Godfather, Don Corleone. He could have fit in there perfectly. He would have actually been great as Joe in Reservoir Dogs, but anyway. And the third question: who would you pick to play the next James Bond? Honestly, I have no idea. I mean, Daniel Craig is still, as far as I'm concerned, James Bond at the moment until his next movie gets released, his last movie. You know, he's still Bond, so I'm not even thinking about who's going to take over his place. I don't even know who's in the running, but I believe Henry Cavill was in the running. You know, the Superman from the current Superman movies from Justice League and stuff. I think he would he would be good as Bond, but honestly, I have no idea. So just for the convenience sake, I'm gonna say Henry Cavill to answer the question. So thank you, Dan. Next up we have next up we have the Dutch film buff. Hi Ramon, how's it going? He has two questions for us. Let me just lead it up. He says congratulations and thanks for the shout out. You asked me a question in another video, do I like Scarface? He says, yes, I like Scarface, but here it comes. I like the original movie more, the Howard Hawks original. I don't feel a deep love for the remake. And one of my biggest problems with the Palmas movie is, and you're not gonna like that, he says, Al Pacino's performance. It's too cartoonish, too way over the top for my taste. Don't really like his accent either. Haha. And Al Pacino is one of my favorite actors, he says. What you talking about, man? Al Pacino and Scarface is the best. I'm just kidding. Everybody has their own opinion, of course. But now my question for your Q&A is, what is your least favorite Al Pacino performance ever and why? I had to think hard about this one, but I decided to go with Jack and Jill. It's probably one of the... I mean, I used to like the movie at first, but when I look at it now, it's just so silly and stupid. Adam Sandler as a woman, and yeah, you have Al Pacino making a fool of himself, so probably Jack and Jill. Um, Another one, what was your first favorite movie ever from your childhood? Well, that I think that's an easy one. It's either one of the James Bond movies, and if I had to pick one from my childhood, it would probably be The Man with the Golden Gun. I really loved that one when I was a kid. And the other was Rocky. Uh, I mean, I grew up with Rocky. Those were the first movies I ever saw, the Rocky and the Bond movies. So, um, thanks for the great content and the positive vibes. You're very welcome and you're very much appreciated with this great comment here, my friend. And I hope I answered your question. So, let's move on. Jamie, 1985, he says, I really enjoy your top 10 actor videos and I hope you do more in the future. Simple question. Absolutely, I will. I have a top 10 coming right now. It's Rob De Niro. Check it out. It's gonna come soon. Just finishing editing it. So, next up we have Jim Reeves. Hi, love the channel and I've been sub for a while. I do have a few questions if that's okay. Yeah, that's what this video is for. He says, what is your favorite action figure that you own in your collection? Well, I'm gonna show you that one. So for my favorite action figure, I'm gonna have to go with this guy. This thing is a beast. Look at the size of that thing. This is the quarter scale Michael Myers action figure from the 2018 Halloween by NECA. And look at this thing. I'm yet to do a review on this figure, but this has to be my favorite. And actually, wasn't all too expensive. I have more expensive action figures than this one, but man, look at, I don't know if the camera is picking it all up, but look at the details in that. His outfit, the coveralls, everything, you know, it's creased and you know, it has, and this is so detailed. Double hinged elbow. This guy is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, it's got to be this one. I mean, look at him compared to me. This is big. This is probably my biggest action figure I have. As a matter of fact, it is without doubt my biggest action figure that I have, and the most difficult to display this one, but he does stand on his, as I'm gonna say that, of course he's gonna fall over, but he does stand on his own, and I got this motherfucker standing next to my television. That's where I display him, but yeah, that's my favorite action figure. Thanks for the question. And next question is, what is your favorite movie of Chuck Norris and Dolph Lundgren, respectively? Chuck Norris, probably Lone Wolf McQuade. I really love that movie because it's like a modern day spaghetti western. Dolph Lundgren, The Punisher. I mean, obviously, I can't go for Rocky 4. That would be the most obvious, but probably The Punisher movie that he did. Or Big Trouble, no? Always getting confused. Big Trouble Little Tokyo is the one with Kurt Russell. Showdown Little Tokyo, that's the one with Dolph Lundgren. Yeah. Free. The third question, he says, I know you're a big Rocky and Sylvester Stallone fan. I was wondering how many one-armed Rocky style push-ups can you do? Please show on camera. Really? Okay, guess we're doing this. Alright, let's do these goddamn push-ups. First, let's warm up with a few two-handed ones. I haven't done one-handed that much, so okay, let's warm up a bit. Okay, let's try one-handed. The question was, how many can I do? Well, I can already feel not much. 5. Thank you very much for that one. Alright, and he has sent in a few more questions. He says, hi, 101 Bronson, thought of a few more questions if that's okay. He says, what is your most prized and favorite movie item in your collection, replica props, for example? Well, again, I'm going to show you that. Alright, favorite replica item. I had to think about this. I think it's a tie between, you guys know I collect a lot of these movie props, especially Stallone related. Hey, look at the outfit, the over-the-top cap, got the over-the-top tank top. I got Rambo knives, but I also got a Expendables knife. This is my biggest knife. Look at this knife. This is a beautiful knife. Look at that, and it's got the, gotta be careful because this thing is sharp. It's got the Expendables logo right there. I don't know if you can pick it up, but this is a beautiful knife. It would be a tie between this item right here from the Expendables or this beautiful Rocky Balboa replica fedora from the Sly Stallone shop. Place to be for a Stallone fan like me. And this is all from the Sly Stallone shop. I mean, this hat, I did a review on this hat. Check it out if you haven't already, for the new subscribers among you. This hat is a thing of absolute beauty. I wear it occasionally from time to time when I go out. Some people do look at you funny, but you know, I stopped thinking the way other people, I stopped caring about the way other people feel about me a long time ago, to be honest. But it's a beautiful little hat. It's true to the, you know, real, you know, screen version. Yes, I am gonna put it on. Don't mind the messy hair. Look at this. As soon as you put it on, I know why Sly wanted this hat. As soon as you put this on, you just feel like, hey, yo, Adrian, how you doing? I mean, this is a thing of beauty. Expensive too, $150 this hat, but totally worth every cent, every penny of it. So yeah, it's a tie between the Expendables Bowie knife or the Sly Stallone shop replica Rocky fedora. Thanks for the question. 2. What is the best Charles Bronson movie in your opinion? Once Upon a Time in the West. 3. Do you like musicals? No. 4. Do you use Letterboxd? It's a great way for keeping track of what you've seen. Yes, I do actually. I will show you the link right here. 5. What movie do you absolutely hate or consider as your least favorite movie of all time? I really wasn't a big fan of the movie Zardoz with Sean Connery, the one where he wears that red outfit, you know, the red shorts and everything. Probably the worst Sean Connery movie, probably one of the worst movies in history in my opinion. I know the movie has its fan base, but I just did not like that one. But what I think is an absolute pile of shit, absolute dog shit, Steven Seagal's Attack Force. Worst movie I've ever seen. Avoid that movie at all costs. I really hated that movie. Hope that answers your question. So, I believe we have a couple more. Bushman Blue, he says, congratulations, Donnie. Says, when is my name? Donnie. We'll let it slide. Now with 269 subscribers. Well, it's been 10 more now, but well deserved. I have 2 questions for you. Your top 3 movie soundtracks from the 80s. I love the Rocky IV soundtrack. That's probably my favorite. The Scarface soundtrack. And then, yeah, Stallone has so many great soundtracks in the 80s. You know, the Rambo movies, the Rocky movies, Over the Top, Cobra. Probably say Over the Top. Gotta represent what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Stallone getup from that movie. So I'm gonna go with Over the Top for my third choice there. I could have picked a few others. Top Gun also has a great soundtrack, but yeah. Second question: if you could team up Charles Bronson with an actor from today, who would it be? Bronson with an actor from today. Team up Bronson with an actor from today. Charles Bronson with an actor from today. Yeah, I would love to see him with Samuel L. Jackson. Actually, I'm assuming we can pick any actor from today in his prime. So Samuel L. Jackson in his Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown days, together with Bronson in his prime, obviously. In like a buddy cop comedy action movie, you know, sort of like Lethal Weapon or Rush Hour. You have Charles Bronson as the serious cop and Samuel L. Jackson as you know, the foul mouth. Yeah, sort of like Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop type of cop. So otherwise, maybe even Daniel Craig would be a good actor. I would love to see with Bronson if he was still alive. But yeah, there you have it. Thanks for the questions, Mark. Next up we have yeah, Danny Van Hulst, my colleague from work. He actually sent in a question. He said, hey man, if you had to choose between only Arnold movies or Stallone movies for the rest of your life, which would it be? God, why you do this to me? This is hard. I love them both. However, if this is sort of like asking me who do I like more, I would go with Stallone. Overall, I think Stallone is just a better actor. I mean, just look at Rocky and First Blood and Copland, for example, and even the Creed movies. I mean, Arnold, he's very good in the Terminator movies. He's very good as when he has little dialogue, but you know, give him a lot. And of course, you know, you got Arnold, you know, with the accent and everything, and it sounds a little bit ridiculous when he says these lines, like when you give him the lines like a college professor, all these kinds of things. So I'm gonna go with Sly. I'm gonna go with Stallone. So, and thank you, Danny, for that question. And yeah, those are all the questions we have. Thank you very much for sending them in. And now I will reveal the prizes to the 200 subs contest, and I will ask you a question so that you can put in a video entry, or you can put the entry in the comments. But anyway, the prizes will be revealed right now. Alright, so I had to shoot this part of the video a bit later. It didn't work out earlier after the questions answering, but I'm going to reveal the prizes to the 200 subs contest right now. And I'm going to pose a question first for you to be able to enter into the competition. You can either enter through video, or you can place it in a comment. However, videos are preferred, and videos will get you 2 entries into the contest, and comments will get you 1 entry. And with that having been said, the question I'm going to pose to you is, what is your favorite movie guilty pleasure that if you mention that you like a certain movie, people will sort of look at you funny? For me, there's a lot. Actually, I have so much, you know, taste in movies. Some, you know, a bit eccentric, let's say. And usually not a lot of people are fans of these action stars when they do comedy movies, like Clint Eastwood with the Every Which Way But Loose. I know a lot of people do like that movie. I'm one of them. But I know there's also a few people that like, really, you like that movie? Yeah, I really do like that movie a lot. Or maybe like with Arnold, You might say Junior is your guilty pleasure. Actually, that is a guilty pleasure for me. That movie has grown on me. I used to really hate on that movie, but that one's really grown on me. But however, I am gonna go with a Sylvester Stallone movie again. I mean, yeah, Sly is a big inspiration for me. I love everything that Sly has done, even like the Stop When My Man Will Shoot and stuff. But that's not my guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is the movie Rhinestone from 1984. The one with Stallone and Dolly Parton where he sings country. Terrible movie, but I freaking love it. I freaking love it. I love country music anyway, and Dolly Parton is one of my favorite country singers. Um, and yeah, her and the movie with Sylvester Stallone, even though the comedy is a bit yeah hit or miss in terms of Stallone's comedic timing. One thing I am gonna say on the Arnold versus Stallone debate, Arnold is better at comedy than Sly, but I still Rhinestone from 1984 is my guilty pleasure. I own that movie on Blu-ray, the German Blu-ray, and it's a great edition. And yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. So that's my question for you. If you mention a certain movie that you like, what is the one that gets people like, really, that one? So yeah, that's the question. What is your favorite movie guilty pleasure? And now let's move on to the prizes that you can win. If you come in second, you will win this German Steelbook edition of Dog Day Afternoon from 1975, starring Al Pacino. You guys know I'm a huge Al Pacino fan. He's my favorite actor of all time. Probably second favorite would be Sylvester Stallone, but Al Pacino has always been my number one since I saw Scarface at age 11. So I'm giving away this great movie of Al Pacino on a special edition Steelbook. I'm not too sure many of you will have this one. And yeah, so if you come in second, you will win Dog Day Afternoon in a German Steelbook edition, which does have the English title on the actual Steelbook. And the J card has the German title, so don't worry about German text on this one. And it has English audio and everything. And I believe it even has, yeah, it has subtitles in various languages, Spanish, Greek, French, whatever. So if you guys come in second, you will win this one, which is a great edition. I recently picked this one up myself to add to my Pacino collection, and yeah, this is second prize. Anybody want to see first prize? All right, first prize. Drum roll, please. If you come in first place, I was really racking my brain on what the first place prize was gonna be. Let me quickly flip the switch to get the light more in my face, like Stallone would say in Overtime. I was really racking my brain. What could it be? What could it be? What could be a great first prize? I had already the Dog Day Afternoon Steel, but I was really, for a few days, I was really twisting my brain. I was like, wow, what's going to be the first? I think I was really thinking about getting a special edition of a horror movie, but I really couldn't find any that I know that a lot of you don't have. So one of my colleagues at work, a little shout out to him, he actually said, why not a horror action figure? I was like, that would be something, because I do own quite a few horror movie icons and action figure form, Michael, Jason, Freddy, Leatherface. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get an action figure. So you come in first place, you will win this NECA Ultimate Michael Myers from the 2018 Halloween movie, which is a great, I have this one myself, the Ultimate Michael Myers NECA 7-inch scale with a collector friendly packaging. You can open up the flap and you can see the figure in there. I know it's a bit dark, hope you guys can see it. You get some extra, an extra head, some hands, weapons, pumpkin that actually lights up. I actually did a review on this figure. If you want to see this more detailed, I will leave the link to my action figure review of this one down below. But yeah, you come in first place, you will win this Michael Myers action figure from the 2018 Halloween movie, and it's made by my favorite action figure company at the moment, NECA. So that's first place. Anyway, there you guys have it. The questions have been answered, and the question to you has been posed, and you have seen the great prizes that you can win in this 200 subs contest. that's it for now. I really want to thank everybody who just keeps subscribing to my channel. When I announced this contest last week, I was at 244, 245 subs. Now it's 278, 279. I forget which, but very close to 280. I mean, I really appreciate this, guys. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for subscribing to the channel. I know there's a lot of choices on YouTube, and you choosing to subscribe to this channel means the world to me, and we really appreciate you for it. And that having been said, get your entries in, guys, by May the 9th. The 9th of May will be the closing date for the entries. Oh no, actually the 9th of May will be the draw, so get your entries in by the 8th of May. So that's May 8th, 2021. You have to get your entries in, and I will do the subs contest draw on Sunday, on Sunday the 9th of May. So get your entries in by then. Until then, guys, until the next video, stay tuned for more content. There's a top 10 coming up, a great one, like I said, with Robert De Niro. It's near completion. It will be on here soon. And in the meantime, take care, guys. Stay safe and healthy as always. Keep punching, as I always say, and so long for now.